What can be more exciting than making a review of new X-Men Tornado? I know what it can be. Review 2 tornadoes! And that's what we're gonna make with you today. These are 2 tornadoes from X-Men designed by QIYI. And all of you know this is current flagship Tornado version 2, and this... Well, actually, I don't know anything about this cube. This is Tornado version 1. So today we'll see 2 tornadoes, version 1 and version 2. We'll see where Tornado has started its way and where it stands at the moment. Let's go! First of all, let me explain you why I decided to make a comparison review of these 2 cubes. This is not the case where I'm going to see the minuses of an old version and present the characteristics of the new one. Actually, everything is obvious here. My point is that comparing 2 versions of Tornado let us understand the cube better. We'll see its evolution and what new features were added by developers considering the time, progress and last technologies in cube's construction. The first version of X-Men Design Tornado was the first ever product by X-Men Design. And if somebody doesn't know, XMD is a sub-brand of QIYI company. The Tornado version 1 was produced in early 2016, and this is the only 3x3 twisty puzzle released by X-Men. The first version of Tornado was produced and added to market 5 years ago. Today we're gonna make a review of new X-Men Design Tornado. Of course, lots of new, more progressive cubes were produced during this time, and Tornado needed to make a flagship. And here comes X-Men Design Tornado V2. It was released in the middle of this year, I mean 2021, and it became super popular with all the released characteristics and the advertising company that was just outstanding. Countdown before the day of selling, the posters, the hot news about the features of upcoming flagship, 2 video trailers like the Hollywood movies. We were all waiting for it, and now we have it. Dual adjustment system, magnetization, 125 positions of setup, and all this in this box. Let's open them. This is Tornado version 1. What we have besides the box. Here is the pamphlet on how to solve the cube, and that's it. This is the fastest unboxing. With version 1, we have cube itself, looks so fashionable and amazing. Besides the cube, we have the additional stuff, and here we have personal card, microfiber cloth, a pamphlet, it's thick, compare them. The instruction how adjust this cube, leather bag. Wow, it feels very good. And we have a tensioning tool. Here, Tornado V2. It's locked! From the first side, I can say that this cube is way less heavier than the first version. At Tornado version 1, we see the old logo, X-Men Design, and with the new Tornado V2, designers made a new white red logo, which is similar to butterfly. At the same time, this is the first letter X of the brand. The first version is more blocky, I can say so, less streamlined, like this cube. Look at the pieces, here you see the angles, and here it's more rounded. The second version looks more frosted to me, with matte finish. The first one is softer, more glossy. Here we can see the different colors of the sides. The first version is full bright, and the second is half bright, and I think that should be more helpful with look ahead. Tornado version 1 is 56 millimeters and the second one is 55 millimeters. It's so small. Tornado version 1. It is 83 grams, and the second one, oh, just 72. 11 grams less. Also, this cube doesn't have any special internals, just the colors of the pieces, and here we see black contrast internals. And now let's have a look at the construction of these cubes. Tornado version 1 is the simple cube. It doesn't have any magnets inside. Oh, you heard this sound? This is the sound of springs. And here inside on the pieces we see these deepenings, these small cavities, this line. At the other piece, at the edge, we see this ridge. This should give stability to this cube, and we'll check this later while we will turn it. So let's have a look under the center cap. Under the center cap we have the classic spring, and we can adjust this cube just with a screwdriver. Well, classic, retro, and we know how to deal with this cube. Let's see the version 2. Version 2 of Tornado is rich and interesting. This cube is of course magnetic, and we see that there are 5 positions for magnets. This is minus and this is plus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can adjust the force of magnets from the lower position to the highest one. And we can do this with this special tool that we have in the box, this cool screwdriver, and we can just make an one click change the force of magnets. Very simple. When we put this magnet, it came down, so it will not touch this magnet, so the force will be less. And when we change the force to this magnet comes up, you see, and now it will be stronger. Very good mechanism, and it can be adjusted easily. So let's turn to the medium, and then I will make my personal adjustment. What else? Here we don't see any extra noises of springs or magnets. The cube is very quiet, and I know beforehand that it will be very quiet. Let's open the center cap of the cube and see what setup we can make there. Open the cover of center cap carefully. And here it is, the super progressive adjustment system. I'll describe it in a moment, but beforehand we need to change the head of our screwdriver, and now we'll need this harpoon head. All the heads of this screwdriver are also magnetic, and there are small magnets inside, so the screwdriver can be closed tightly. QIYI toys. The dual adjustment system of XMD Tornado V2 allow to adjust both settings, elasticity and tension. The elasticity is a distance between the core of the cube and the spring which is in the center piece. And the tension is an additional setup for the spring that adjusts it and make it more tighten or less tighten. The number of tension is shown in this small circle. At the moment this is third position, medium, and to adjust the tension we need to turn the wheel to the left, anti-clockwise. The number changed. There are also 5 positions here, where the 5th position is the strongest one and the first position is weakest. Turn the position to number 3. The elasticity is adjusted here in the same way. The elasticity shows with help of this small notch here. And to change the position we need to turn the wheel at this moment to the right, clockwise. So the number is changed. It's on the 4th position, and we can make the whole turn. And the difference here also is obvious. The number 5 is the strongest position, so the cube is more tightened. The first position is less tightened, so the corner cutting will be higher. So that's it. This is very simple setup. Let's change all the positions back to the medium 3. Also, I want to describe one more moment with the cover of center caps. Here we see these small locks. There are 2 of them, and also there are 2 small holes in the centerpiece. And to close the cover correctly, we need to match these locks. If the center cap will be closed incorrectly, it can be damaged, so just be careful with that. And now let's see the internals of these cubes and how do they look inside. And now let's turn it. Okay, it seems to me that I'm back to 2016, because I have such retro feeling, similar to the first Diane Zanchi. Well, for the version of 2016, this cube is very good. But first of all, we need to lube it, because it's out of the box is super dry. There is no lube at all at this cube. That is why it is dry, it is clinky, and the turning is very loud, way too loud. So you will not be able to solve this cube in the quiet place. This cube reminds me by turning and by sounds QIYI, the cube that was produced 1 year ago by QIYI, and this is a budget 3x3 with good performance and magnets. It seems to me that this cube is very similar to QIYI. Time to lube this cube. I've just received the new lube from thecubicle. This is silk lube. I've never tried before, and I think that this is a good opportunity to try this lube. Okay, let's just add some drops of the lube inside the cube. I think that the cube became more quiet. Okay, with the lube, this cube became smoother, less quick and more controllable. Of course, I can add the other loops, but I think that for this time it should be enough. This cube is a bit flimsy, because there are no any magnets. There are some lockups while solving. Well, what should we wait from the cube without magnets? That's good, I think. And now Tornado V2. Okay, first turns. Wow, it's so quiet. Oh my god. This is so pleasant turning, so quiet and so smooth and still so controllable. While I was solving this cube, I can't turn and speak at the same time because it's way too loud. And this one, well, I can turn it and I can speak and you will hear me. I love quiet cubes. I love Diane Tingyun because it's so quiet, and now I have another cube that is so quiet. I think that this cube will be one of my favorites. And who knows, maybe main. Wow! With the adjustment settings out of the box and with the loops from manufacturer, well, this cube is fantastic. It's not heavy, it's very light. It has such a beautiful semi-bright color shade scheme, smooth turning and controllable. Wow! I've heard a lot of good reviews about this cube, but I didn't think that it would be so nice and so pleasant. That's just wow! I don't know how many times I said wow, but the wow effect is one of the characteristics of this cube, really. Okay, and now time to solve these cubes with timer and to check how the cubes feel on the speed. And now, after some solves, I want just to tighten this cube because it's became flimsy, less controllable. Wow, 1620. Well, this is very good time for me. 1667. That was a good full step. Woo! The best solve was 1620. The worst one 25 seconds, and the session average is 1981. Well, for my turning style, I like lighter cubes, not such heavy. This cube is not so smooth. With no magnets, it's a bit flimsy and less controllable than I want. That is why there are lots of lockups and not very smooth turning. Okay, now let's turn off new Tornado version 2. We'll start our solves now. That one was good. Wow, 1485. Woo! So altogether I made 30 solves, and the best one was the last one. The average is 1853. I think that, of course, the result can be better, but it's okay for this moment. Okay guys, we explored the cubes, and now time to summarize everything that we have known. Number one, I want to praise X-Man Design and QIYI for doing a very good job. They did a huge step up. This is super progression, because now with the new Tornado V2 we have everything that we can adjust, and all of these are done in so convenient way. Number two, adjustment system, and I'd like to say that this adjustment system is way different from the others that I have seen. This is so user friendly, this is so cuber friendly. The logo of the Tornado V2 for cuber by cuber is so true, because it's so convenient, it's so easy, so simple. 10 points of 10. Number three, the price of the cube. Considering all the pros and cons, the price is covering everything. The price is so loyal and so affordable, so I think that $24.99 for this cube is a very good price. Number four, progress and evolution. Version 2 don't remind me version 1 at all, because these are different cubes. Maybe if less time passed between these two models of the cubes, they could be similar. But what did Tornado version 2 remind me? Well, turning this cube, I was thinking about, maybe it will be surprise, but I was thinking about GUN 356X. For me, it was the same. GUN 356X, it was the first so highly adjustable cube from GunCube company. It was a progress for Gun company at this period of time. For X-Man Design, it's just the same, from the first version of Tornado to the second version of Tornado. Number 5. Will it be my main? Well, it can be my main when I set it up in a good way for me, for my personal preferences. Well, the main thing is that this cube is a great cube, so you can definitely give it a try and you won't be regret. Looking at the cube from 2016 and looking at the cube from 2021, it's hard to imagine what will be in the 5 years with cube construction. The cubes will be neon colors or transparent or self-scrambling. Let's imagine together. Just write me down in the comment section. Okay guys, that's it for today. Thank you for staying with me. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel, leave a like and comment, and I'll see you very soon in the next videos. Peace.